And we're back.
Okay, and I think I'm recording as well.
I heard it. Recording in progress.
Okay. So this one I will have to do all the stuff on, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, this week's truly Nolan Player of the Week is Tirso Ornelas. That's from the
What?
Chihuahuas. 11
Okay.
hits, equating to a 500 batting average, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, capped off with a walk-off hit on Saturday night. And there's a shot of him getting the Gatorade bath. Love it.
Love Tirso. Okay, give me a
So
second.
there's a guy that I'm in the DMs with who has been a scout in the past, both for the Padres and for other teams.
Yeah.
And we were talking about Tirso, and I've gotten the impression from him that he's one of these guys that has all the physical athletic tools, and you watch him in the cage, you watch him throw, and everything looks amazing. But he doesn't seem to have that fire in his belly, the passion for the game that's going to bring the most out. And I said that to him, and he's like, yeah, that's why I recommended that the Padres not sign him when I saw him when he was 15, 16 years old. And apparently there's something that I'll have to meet up with this guy in person for him to tell me the story. Something having to do with his dad that plays into that. Maybe the his upbringing or something like that. That's kind of been the vibe that I picked up from him. That like he can do everything, but like Will Myers was kind of I kind of always picked up that vibe like him, just natural athlete. Like he's good at anything he does, and he's good at baseball, but maybe doesn't love it as much as some of us wish players would.
Yeah. Well, and someone like Anthony Rendon spoke the truth. Like, I don't want to be defined as a baseball player. It's my job. And people got shit, gave him shit for it. And that's what he's good at. So it's not who he is, but that's what he's good at. Um,
Yeah, but when you got 200, $300 million on the table and you got fans buying season tickets and buying merch and
yeah.
all this, like there's a different way you can phrase all that stuff. Like, okay, when
Yeah.
I walk through those doors right there, I eat, sleep, and bleed baseball. But as soon as I get, walk in the house at home and I see my wife and kids, baseball comes second. I can understand that, but just saying, I'm just here to punch the clock. Like, okay, no wonder you've only played what 60 games since signing that monster contract. You're always on the IL. Why do you want to come back?
Yeah. So let's do this real quick. We'll do a quick, fuck, we don't want to talk about.
We just need to introduce the articles or the interviews.
All right. It'll be
Do you,
episode 151. Yeah.
do you have any moments, anything that stands out from your conversations that you wanna riff on before just kicking it to the articles?
Not really.
Okay.
It was a couple weeks ago too.
Yeah. Do you remember who you talked to?
I said, right. I pulled it out of my ass during the last episode. I'm like, Jose Luis Reyes. Yeah. Okay. We'll just riff here for about 3 or 4 minutes.
Sure.
And then we'll go on. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to episode 251 of Friars in the Farm. I'm Donavan, and with me is Roy.
Oh, we're starting a new quarter millennia with 251.
251. 251. Hey, we have Isaiah Lowe and we have Jose Luis Reyes interviews coming up here. I talked to him a few weeks back. I'm still learning how to do the in Elsinore, it's super hot. If I do these interviews in the sun, like within 2 minutes, we're both sweating bullets, baking. I'm going to need to lather myself with sunscreen. So a lot of these interviews are done in the shade. And so it's not the greatest quality. I'm still working on it, but some really good stuff from Isaiah, who he went to a private school, and then during COVID, he during COVID he went and played for a sports centric academy in North Carolina, where he's from, in Shelby, right outside of Charlotte. Really interesting character. We just talked to him about him. We just talked about him in the last episode, where he's just dominating A ball, and it won't be too long after he's called up. And then the second interview I have is Jose Luis Reyes. a young kid from Mexicali. Both my parents grew up in El Centro, which is just a few miles away from Mexicali. So it was nice talking to him. I had Andres Pagan do the interpreting for me. So that was real fun. A great kid. Another one of those kids just, I tweeted one of his pitches earlier. He has a changeup that just falls off the table and it sits in the mid 90s. Can really develop into a bullpen weapon. I think he's right now, I think he's starting, but hope you guys enjoy those interviews. And yeah, that's what we got going on.
It's a challenge in Lake Elsinore because before the game, when we have access to be able to talk to the players, they've got all the music playing and they've got the speakers that aren't too far above you, and there's that metal roof, and everything just booms down on you. So it's yeah, we're still working on, even though you've been doing this for a few years, there really isn't anywhere that you can go like duck around a corner where you're isolated from all that sound.
Right.
So I do my best in trying to filter out the background noise as much as I can. Sometimes it works better than others. And then for the YouTube feed, it's interesting. You told us that we got whacked for one or two of the
Yeah.
interviews because there was some copyrighted music that just happened to be playing in the background. I mean, come on, give
Yeah.
us a break, YouTube.
Yeah. That was Sam Whiting, his interview. We were right underneath the speaker. You hear, when we're talking, it's really loud, but coming through, it doesn't sound that bad. And that's a testament to the job that you do. But YouTube picked it up and it wasn't banned outright. They didn't take it off our channel, but they said in some parts of the world or some parts of the United States, they just said in some parts. It didn't really weren't specific. It's blocked from playing. So I tried doing that with Lowe, sorry, Isaiah. I think we're good. And then Jose Luis, it was a little bit later on in the afternoon. I was able to do it down by the batting cages and by the clubhouse, where it's a little bit better video away from the music. So I think we're gonna be okay there. I don't think we're gonna get dinged. But yeah, really enjoyed those. I really enjoyed talking to those guys. And those are here right here. Boom. All right.
All
God, I
righty.
gotta get better at my segues.